Howdy Ho, YouTube. Jon-Luke VGC here, if I can get in focus. I still haven't found the other camera. Oh well. Anyways, hey. Well, today I'm using a team by my friend Evan. Evan, it seems, at the beginning of every generation or every regulation that it's legal, makes a Miraidon team. I'm excited to see if this one smacks. So let's take a quick look. It is effectively an off-play of Arubega Miraidon. We've seen a variance like this pop up before Regulation I, just obviously without Groudon. So it's a pretty standard archetype, but a strong one nonetheless. So we have exactly what you think it is. Tera Fire, Choice Specs Miraidon with Electric Drift, Volt Switch, Dazzling Gleam, and Draco Meteor. This is a set that I think we're going to be seeing for a while, and the one I think you should be using right now is just max speed, timid, max special attack, hit fast, go burr kind of thing. I think that's absolutely what you need to be doing in this moment, because at worst case, you're going to hit a speed tie. We have Terra Dark, Whimsicott, Prankster, Covert Cloak with Moonblast, Tailwind, Light Screen, and Encore. Effectively the exact same. This is pretty close to the original Cerebelli spread anyways. He didn't have 4-4 in defense and special attack, and then he didn't have max HP. But this is, I mean, like, I think it's literally just like 236. Yeah, it's literally just a few points off. Because I've messed with that spread as well. I'm just going to put it back so we're not good with the pace. Yeah, so it's literally just like he took a couple points out of HP, the 4-4 defense special attack, threw them all in special defense, so it's really dang close. But anyways, super standard set. We have Chi-Yu, Focus Ash, not Choice Scarf because we have Tailwind, Tera Fire with Dark Pulse, Overheat, Heat Wave, and Protect. I do forget that this is not Scarf Chi-Yu during this video, so sorry about that one. I forget that it's Focus Sash and that I can switch up my moves, but I'm so used to it always being Scarf at this point, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, this thing hits like a truck. Sun Boosted, Tera Fire, Overheat. There's one more multiplier we'll talk about in a second, but yeah, it goes crazy. We have Tera Water, Armor Tail, Electric Seed, Farigiraf with Psychic Noise, Foul Play, Trick Room, and Helping Hand. This effectively answers Amoonguss and Calyrex, Ice Rider, and Shadow Rider even, so makes a ton of sense there, especially since you don't have the Scarf on Chi-Yu. We have Groudon, Tera Fire, Clear Amulet with Precipice Blades, Heat Crash, Helping Hand, and Protect. There's the other multiplier, Helping Hand on Groudon. People, I've talked about this before, people are like, wow, that's some spicy tech. Not really. You don't necessarily have a third move you want. I mean, you can throw on like High Horsepower or Stomping Tantrum if you want a single target ground type move. That's definitely a good thing you can slot in. Some people also slot in like Sword Stance there, but that third move is pretty malleable. And if you have other Pokemon that can deal a ton of damage, like Chi-Yu, Miraidon, and Iron Hands, sometimes that's going to be more beneficial than actually getting attack off with Groudon. So I think slotting that in makes a ton of sense. This is pretty bulky, 196 HP, 100 special defense. It doesn't need a lot of defense. Its defense stat is crazy. It's crazy good, base 140. So yeah, it's pretty solid there. And then last, we have Iron Hands, Tera Bug, which is my personal favorite Tera on Iron Hands, Quark Drive, Assault Vest with Wild Charge, Drain Punch, Low Kick, and Fake Out. I do sometimes miss Heavy Slam on these sets. Like, some people will drop Wild Charge, some people will drop Drain Punch, but it's got 4 move syndrome, and you're never going to please everybody with the 4 moves that you decide on with Iron Hands, so it makes sense. But I definitely want Low Kick and Fake Out, but I like Wild Charge a decent little chunk, so. How do you utilize the team? Well, so there's effectively 2 modes. If you know Arubega Miraidon, this is all review, but if you don't, you've got the fast mode with Tailwind, and you've got the slow mode with Trick Room. So either way, you're usually going to lead like Miraidon plus Whimsicott or Miraidon plus Farigiraf. You're going to Volt Switch out. If you're leading with Farigiraf, Trick Room, bring in Iron Hand, start going crazy. You're going to Tailwind. You usually still want to Volt Switch out, but you can just start ripping like Dazzling Gleam if you think that's going to be really beneficial to you. So you go in the Trick Room out, it's usually like Miraidon, Iron Hands, Farig, and Groudon. And if you're going the fast route, it's normally like Miraidon, Whimsicott, Chi-Yu, Groudon, or something like that. So you can mix and match. Like, you're like, Chi-Yu's pretty bad into this, I actually want Iron Hands instead. You can do that, but for the most part, you're bringing like one of those quadrants. Miraidon, Whimsicott, Chi-Yu, Groudon, or Miraidon, Farigiraf, Iron Hands, Groudon. It's kind of basically how you're going to do the whole thing. One form of speed control and Pokemon that answer around it. So thank you, Evan, so much for making and sharing this team. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Last time I did Miraidon, I did super well. I hope this one does well too. I like this team, and I like Evan's teams, and I like Evan as a human being. We're going to Milwaukee next week together. He's a good friend, so show him some love down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and become a channel member. Let's go ahead, hop into the battles. All right, Audio's rocking a Reg I team with really kind of interesting. Ho-Oh, Talonflame, Empoleon, Gengar, Klefki, and Koraidon. Really interesting team. Okay. I mean, Miraidon's fantastic here, right? There's no bulk, though. What do they lead? I mean, they can get their own Tailwind. Whimsicott has Encore, right? Which is fine. But then they might go for the... And I'm not... Yeah. But I am very bulky. Let's do this. Sorry, I'm really having to think about this because the Talonflame is probably EV to KO Whimsicott, right? Because I don't have a lot of defensive investment in it. I only have HP and special defense and then some speed. This is pretty... This Whimsicott is pretty similar to the... Okay. Pretty good. This Gengar might, like, Trick Room. Like, I don't really know Gengar's set. It's definitely Sash, though, right? But who I have in the back, do I want Tailwind? I don't really know. They're definitely going to Sludge Bomb, right? They're all physical. Let's just Tailwind anyways, because Iron Hands is still going to be slower than Koraidon. Perfect. Nice. Okay. I'm assuming Gengar is Focus Sash. Yes. And I'm assuming they go for a Sludge Bomb into Whimsicott. That's fine. Groudon feels really good here. Yeah, let's go Groudon. Oh, it's shiny too. Good job, Evan. Yep. That's fine. Because now I can go back into Miraidon. And I can pin the Koraidon right now. But there's no way Koraidon, like, stays in, right? Or they Tera? And they have 2 flying types in the back, so I think I'm happy to Precipice Blades and Volt Switch into Koraidon. Okay. So they were just going to let me D-Gleam. That's interesting. That's fine. This is still going to do a ton of damage. Okay, Groudon. I should have known. Okay. That's fine. As long as Gengar fainted. That's fine. I mean... Okay, and it's Life Orb, which is fun. Cool. So who comes in? I would like to point out this is the first match I'm doing, and it's the first time I clicked Precipice Blades. So I really don't care about Klefki. So I'm just going to P-Blades. Low kick Koraidon. I don't even need to fake out here. I don't care. That's fine. Klefki goes for Reflect, which is cool. Precipice Blades. Sure. Okay. So I've now clicked Precipice Blades twice and missed 50% of the time. I'm going to do it again. They can swap out into Ho-Oh here, but I don't think they will. Doesn't seem like they're particularly keen on doing that. I think they'll just go for another Breaking Swipe. Yep. So the double up, as long as Precipice Blades hits, should connect. Thank you, Groudon, for doing the bare minimum. This low kick's definitely taking Koraidon. Especially after Life Orb ship. There we go. How absolutely infuriating. We're still like in a really good position though, so I'm not super worried about it. And out comes Ho-Oh, that's fine. So I don't actually really want to Tera hands or... What is my Tera on hands? Bug? Yeah. So I definitely Tera Fire, Heat Crash, Klefki. And Wild Charge Ho-Oh. We're still like in a super fine position. They weren't... I mean, I could have just taken Koraidon turn 1 with the Dazzling Gleam, but they were probably calling me on that. Which is fair. I also don't want Klefki to be getting Thunder Waves off. I don't know what it does now, personally. Maybe Foul Play, maybe Dazzling Gleam, but I would assume that... I don't know Klefki's speed stat that well. Here's their Tera. I'm assuming it's Ho-Oh. Which is fine. What, Tera Grass? Tera Fire. Wow, so they're going for damage. This is fine, though. I can still just Electro Drift after this. Hey, I'm faster. This also means that Precipice Blades goes kinds of crazy. And I'm guaranteed faster. I don't think they'll KO me this turn. Sacred Fire. And who do you go for? Yeah. That still does a lot. Okay. Damage by recoil. The Harsh Sunlight Fades. That's really good, actually. Leftovers. The thing is I don't want to swap out. I want the terrain to go away. There we go. Okay, now we're in a good position. So I'm just going to Precipice Blades again, knowing that I'm faster. Swap back into Miraidon. Get rid of the attack drops on Iron Hands. Reset up the terrain, so when I assume that Groudon goes down this turn, I can bring in Hands, I can fake out, and I can lock into Electro Drift. I don't really feel a need to go for... Okay, thank you, Groudon. This is actually going to do a lot. Ho doesn't have great, physical defense. Brave Bird. Interesting. I guess I get it. But I think I win now. Like, Ho-Oh definitely has Protect. I would assume. I mean, his leftovers. Anytime I've played with Ho-Oh, I mean, there's always the room for Protect. It's like, what, Brave Bird, Sacred Fire, Tailwind, Protect, something like that. But... So, and the other thing is, too, in this moment, it's like, oh, I can read this. Like, I've won. Like, I'm faster. I know that Ho-Oh has an insane special defense stat, but there's no way you're surviving this Electro Drift at, what, 15%? But there's no need to take a risk. Like, I always fake out and I always Electro Drift. They're not Terra Ground. Yeah, battle was canceled, you know. They don't have an item. I know they have leftovers, but it's like you're like, okay, like in a fictional world where they survive the Electro Drift, and then they KO Iron Hands with a Sacred Fire and all this other stuff. It's like, you know what I mean? And it's not going to happen. You're just not going to live that much from a terrain boosted, choice specs boosted Miraidon. But yeah, that's why I don't use Groudon. This is the first match I'm recording. Literally, I turned on my computer, my Switch. I put it in. I turned the game on. This was my first opponent. And I missed Precipice Blades twice in the first 2 turns, so... That's why I don't use inaccurate moves. Good game to my opponent. Let's do another one. All right. What is with the Gengars today? What? This is the second game. There's another Gengar. It's Reg G and it's close enough, so I'm going to do it. Wow. Don is cooking with... Why am I seeing 2 Gengars in a row? This mod is not good. we have... I don't know, man. Pincurchin, just make that a Miraidon. This is a Reg I team. I don't know. Pincurchin, Kyogre, Gengar, Whimsicott, Iron Bundle, and Kingdra. Well, I mean, you go buku crazy. Pincurchin doesn't get like Volt Absorb, does it? I actually don't have time to look. I lamented about Gengar for too long. I'm gonna block priority. Not much priority themselves, and Whimsicott does not learn Disable. Right, yeah. We'll do this. Let's see how well Groudon does into this. This is why I like Koraidon more. Besides, you know, Groudon misses a bunch. But I like Koraidon more because it's not weak to water, and Kyogre, I think Kyogre stonks are only on the rise in Regulation I. Are they Will-O-Wisp on Gengar? That would be annoying. And they led with it. I don't even know, dog. I'm just gonna Volt Switch off Gengar again. If they get the burn off, it's really not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna do this. Tailwind. Yep. Are they faster? Sludge Bomb. Okay. Wow, that did a lot. Might be Specs. I don't know. Is it? Nope, it's a Scarf. I mean Sash. Going to my own Whimsicott. Bonk. Bye-bye, Gengar. Okay, so most Whimsicotts are not running Taunt. My question is you can't, I mean, you can Encore into Wild Charge if you want, but I'm not going to be upset about that. This is a very specially defensive Whims. So my question is, also Shiny Whims is insanely based, Evan. I love Shiny Whimsicott. Easily one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. So we know the Sash is not there. Pork Drive, special attacks tightened. So I'm actually kind of interested to Encore Whimsicott here. And just... Wild Charge is the strongest thing, right? And it's weak. Wild Charge the bundle because I know that it does not have... Yep. Sash. Freeze Dry's fine. It does KO. That's a little unfortunate. Not the biggest deal in the world, though. And now I just Wild Charge into you. Okay. Now here's the cool thing. They have Tailwind up, and I don't. That means that if I bring in Groudon, I'm slower. So if they do have Kyogre in the back, my weather wins. And I can get an attack off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to double Kyogre. I'm going to Heat Crash. Am I going to want to Tera anything else? Like full stop, no. So Heat Crash. And Wild Charge. How many more turns of Tailwind do they have? Well, I mean, if I get rid of Kyogre, I don't care. 2. That's actually perfect. So even if they protect here, we're in good shape. So we're going to pin the Kyogre real quick. Battle was canceled. Good game to my opponent. Yeah, from there on, it was just like, if they're like Specs or something, and they're Terra Grass, like whatever. Like, I pinned them in. Whimsicott's not doing anything. Why all the Gengars? Gengar's not good. I'm letting y'all know. Okay? Whew. All right, good game to my opponent, though. Yeah, so yeah, it's like, I don't think a Water Spout's taking from there. Maybe they could get a call, go for Ice Beam or something. Even then, and then it's in an even better position. But in the sun, I mean, I have special defense and HP investment in this, like quite a bit, actually. So I really don't think I could run the calc real quick, probably. I'll post it up on the screen, but here, let's run this calc super quick. So let's just say this is a current, like max speed Mystic Water is what some people are running. So this is the most it could possibly do. We have Groudon, blank set. So it's what, 196 HP, 100 special defense. In the sun. Yeah, Water Spout's doing 61 to 73. Let's say they're Terra Water. Still doesn't KO. 82 to 98. If they're max special attack with Mystic Water and Terra Water, they do a max of 98%. So they never KO Groudon. I pin them with Wild Charge and Heat Crash. And then Whimsicott's there, and it's basically useless. I just Drain Punch, blah, blah, blah. And then when it's done, I don't know. I could just Heat Crash and Drain Punch. Yeah, so we're good. So it's a good game to my opponent. Let's do another one. Okay. Pretty standard. We have Ogerpon opposing Miraidon. Iron Hands, Zamazenta, Farigiraf, and Iron Bundle. Do they go Trick Room or do they go Bundle? I think that's my question. I mean, Sash is totally on the Bundy, right? And it's faster than Chi-Yu. Let's do this. I have an idea. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm thinking if they go for the Trick Room, basically I can just set up a light screen and rip P-Blades, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, Iron Bundle Miraidon, about what I anticipated. So Iron Bundle is faster than Groudon. And Groudon is not faster than max speed. Yeah. So here then, I'm actually happy to light screen Tera P-Blades. Oh, I didn't need to Tera. Tera Fairy. Yeah, that's about what I figured. I don't know what they're going for. They're going for Dazzling Gleam. This is pretty good. but I don't know. I don't need the speed. I'm going to be slower anyways, so it doesn't really matter. They go for the Icy Wind, which is actually pretty good for me because I am Clear Amulet. They crit the Whims, but I don't think that matters. Well, it might. I mean, I have a ton of special defense investment. Yeah. Okay, Groudon, what are we doing? Okay, how much does this do? Over half to both. That's pretty good. So now I can hit this up. I'm gonna force the Farigiraf swap. They could always swap into Farigiraf here, but then that means they can't attack with one of these two Pokemon. And that's fine. That also means Miraidon goes away in some capacity as long as Groudon bursts and blasts, right? Yep. So this is Farigiraf. Ogerpon, that's pretty good. Okay. Does Iron Bundle protect then? Yes. That's cool. Nice chunk of damage there. P-Blades. Tera's already used up. Yeah. How many more? Oh, they didn't get it. I have 3 turns of Electric Terrain left. I'm definitely slower than their... Fake Out in the late game, I think, can be really good, depending on who they have in the back. P-Blades. Let's do it again. This is one of those, like, if this was 100% accurate, that would be great, but my guess here is they're going to go for something. I don't even know. With Iron Bundle. I'm kind of hoping they just swap. Nice. Ivy Cudgel? Yeah, that's what I was calling. It's a little lot. And we double connect again. Okay. Who do they have left in the back? I mean, it's a half health Miraidon and Zamazenta. Cool. So what do they lock into? That's my question. I'm faster than Zama. And I have a light screen up. I don't know if I survive a Tera Fairy D-Gleam. We always take out Miraidon this turn. Oh, okay. And I'm just faster. Okay. Now we just get the Heat Crash off. Yeah, I was debating if I wanted to protect something or, you know, also I just kept thinking they had Tailwind up. They didn't have Tailwind up. They got an Icy Wind off. For some reason I was just like, oh, they have Tailwind. They have Tailwind. They don't have Tailwind. Body press, yeah, that's not gonna do it. Nah. How much does this do? Probably not that much, actually. Zamazenta is heavy, +1 defense, yeah. How many more turns of both? Again, no need to play this unsafely. I'm just always gonna fake out. And Heat Crash. They should protect here. Yeah, battle was just canceled. Good game to my opponent. Yeah, because I mean, I'm just gonna rack damage until Miraidon comes out and I KO with Electro Drift, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I just kept thinking they had Tailwind for some reason, which they didn't. They didn't. They never even... They had the Icy Wind. That's what they did. So, me outspeeding there was massive. If they outsped and they KO'd me with a Dazzling Gleam, I'm still in a bit of a pickle. I was calling them to go for Wide Guard, but that might have been so obvious that they were like, nah, we could just... They were like, if we get this double off, then we're in an amazing shape with just an Iron Hands in the back. But that is why, like, right now, I think everything's kind of reset. You just want max speed timid Miraidon. Like, you at worst case want a speed tie right now until people start to go for those bulky Miraidons again. But at least for that, yeah, you just gotta rip it. I think, especially early meta, hyper offense is the way to go. So really good game to my opponent. Played super well. Super cool team. Love Iron Bundle. Let's do another one. Okay, Djo is cooking. Is this Zolrain's team? Hang on, I gotta click off y'all, so I'm not looking at you, I promise. Yeah. Yes, this is Zolrain's team, Grafai team. I have it pulled up. Okay, so we have Tera Fairy, Covert Cloak, Gunk Shot, Knockoff, Acid Spray, Encore, Terra Fighting, Terra Blast, Sash, Shadow Rider, AV Entei, Salt Vest, Icy Wind, Terra Grass. Okay. We'll do this. All right, Djo. I have an advantage. I know this team. This is Zolrain's Grafai team, which Jordy just featured. And I think both Nico and Jordy featured it on the exact same day, actually. I had considered it, but then they did it, and I was like, okay, I don't need to. It's like, doesn't need to be a third one of us. Okay. Entei Shadow Rider. So Shadow Rider does have Protect, Entei does not. So I think I'm okay to... Electro Drift, Entei, Light Screen. Because, like, nothing wants to eat this E-Drift. Fine. Astral. Yep. That's a decent chunk. And Entei goes down. Who do they bring in? Toyota the Rank Master. Their own. So I'm going to Electro Drift here. And Tailwind to break the Sash. If Miraidon goes down, this is still fine. Because I brought Groudon and Chi-Yu in the back. So we're like kind of sitting pretty, you know? 3 Teras. Probably Tera Gleam. It's fine. I'm a bit surprised by that. If I had went for an E-Drift, you're in pretty bad shape, personally. But yeah, I'm a little shook by that decision. Yeah, because an Electro Drift there just, like, cooks you. There's no way you live that. Here's Sash, which I wanted to break anyways. Astral. You don't take Whims. Probably take Miraidon, though. No, you don't. Okay, do you double? Yeah, Dazzling Gleam. That's actually really good for me. So they pick up a double KO, but now all of a sudden I have the speed control. Because they might have Grafaiai in the back, but I'm just really surprised. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't understand that play very much. I need to get rid of this CSR fast. I know that for sure. So I need to, basically if Chi-Yu misses, I still get it. That's fine. Is it a double protect? Yes. That's really good. Yeah. They're just stalling a turn of Tailwind. But I have too many, right? And who can they even have in the back? Entei's done. Yeah. We're ripping it. Maximum damage. This is Sun boosted, Beads of Ruin boosted, Tera Fire boosted, Heat Wave. Okay, Chi-Yu. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. This will KO for sure. Yep, there we go. Thank you, Chi-Yu. Thank you. Thank you for not being Groudon. All right, who's in the back? That's my question. Takeout? He doesn't have his. Okay, Bundle. This is fine. What does Bundle have? Hydro Pump, Freeze Dry, Icy Wind, Protect. I'm still faster right now. One turn of Electric Terrain, 2. One turn of Tailwind left. So yeah, they can't win now. Yeah, I'm just gonna Heat Wave again. Heat Crash. Okay. It's a nice chunk. There's the Life Orb chip. Okay, we don't miss. That's GG's. Chi-Yu, calm down. Calm down, Chi-Yu. Calm down. Anyways, hey, 2 of my friends made a video with the opposing team. You should go look at Nico Gaming and Jordy VGC's channels to watch those videos. I'll link them in the description below. It's a cool team. Why didn't they bring Grafaiai? I don't know. They might have won. Actually, I mean, I don't have a ton of answers for that Grafaiai. That's all I'm saying. Especially with Unburdened boosted Encore, so... really good game to my... Yeah, I honestly, thinking about it, like, Grafaiai was definitely a better pick than Bundle. I don't quite understand that decision, but either way, good game to my opponent. They played well. It's a cool team. My friend made it. So, all right, thank you. Let's do... I'm not ending the video. We got one more, so let's do another one. I'm a little flustered now. I'm like, I gotta go tell my friends that I faced his team. All right, see you in the next one. A battle of the ages. Don versus Don. Okay. We have Miraidon, Whimsicott, Gouging Fire, Wo-Chen, Chen-Pao, very interesting combo there, and Groudon. So Overheat in the sun like blows stuff up. We all know that, right? This might be a Trick Room angle. Honestly, the more I look at it. See what I'm thinking? Just like straight up fake out Trick Room? Let's try it. We haven't done that yet. I haven't done a match with that strat yet. I'm not 100% convinced it's the right one. But I'm not unconvinced. Oh, perfect. Weaken the attack of all Pokemon. It's fine. Like, nothing wants to take a Drain Punch. Like, literally nothing, right? How slow is Wo-Chan? So I'm min speed hands. Oh, I'm slower for sure. Okay. I don't quite understand this lead. Like, I don't really know what they were hoping to achieve here, you know? Groudon, that's fine. I mean, I can just low kick you next turn. You can go for a Moonblast, but yeah, it's like I am AV hands. It's gonna do about a quarter. Yeah. Heal up. Like, I don't care about Whimsicott at all right now. I could Tera Bug to avoid a ground type move, but I don't know how I feel about that. Because then I don't necessarily want to Tera for... Like, I kind of want Tera Fire for Groudon. So I think just a low kick. And a Helping Hand should suffice. I don't think a single P-Blades is going to do it. Oh, I do not know if that crit mattered. No idea. Not in the slightest. We'll calc it afterwards. We'll calc that crit. Still not under 50%, which is pretty nice. So who comes in? Miraidon. Okay. They Tera Fairy, right? Like, we're all calling that one. Here's my seed. I don't like that sentence. I mean, low kick still does a ton. I'm just gonna go straight for the wild charge. I'm gonna force them to Tera. I'm gonna force that. Like, they obviously Tera. They have to. They always read 'em like a book. Read 'em like a book. Read 'em like a book. All right. You can tell I don't rap. I'm terrible at it. Leave it to the professionals. Kendrick won. Good night, Miraidon. Apparently this is the hands battle. We're throwing hands here. Do I survive a Moonblast now? Oh, I think so, for sure. Bonk. Ouch. How many more turns of Trick Room are there? Because I'm definitely not KOing Wo-Chan right now. 2 turns of Trick Room. Like, what does more? This is always the hardest part. I want the health back, I think, actually. I'm just gonna Helping Hand Drain Punch. But if they just, like, protect... Who do I have in the back? I can just Tera. Like, it's not that big a deal. They can protect Wo-Chen. And then take me out. That's fine, I think. Yeah. Because now I'll just go Groudon. Tera Fire. Helping Hand. Heavy, like... Yeah. Just rip a... Heat Crash. Does Sun go out this turn? No. Ugh, I don't love that, but it's fine. Bonk. Woo. Hello. They should see that this is game over. I really don't understand that lead. The Wo-Chen. Like, what is that doing? You have, like, no offensive pressure into Wo-Chen plus Whimsicott. I'm assuming that this Whimsicott is Sash. No, because they have Chen Pao. So this is definitely, you're not making that through this turn. I know that you're lowering my attack right now, but this is heat. I wonder what happens. You're not surviving this turn, dog. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I think that one was a forced disconnect. I will say, I do think my opponent rage quit on that one. Don't use Wo-Chen. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not Moxie boosted. I ain't doing it. Wo-Chen stinks. I'll tell you the Pokemon that stink. So far, we had Gengar and Wo-Chen. They both stink. Only one person has made Wo-Chen work. And it's not me, and it's not Moxie. Sorry, Moxie, man. I'm so sorry about that one. But good game to my opponent. Still a cool team. Double Ruinous Mons is interesting. I'm a bit confused by that, but overall, yeah, it's a really good showcase. That was just 5 matches. 5 matches, 5 dubs. Happy to do that. So let's go ahead, hop in to the outro. All right, so at the beginning of every regulation, it's legal. Apparently, Evan makes a Miraidon team, and that Miraidon team slaps. So yeah, Evan, you did good again. Will I take this one to a local and throw? Maybe. Let's find out. No, I'm too focused on Milwaukee. I'm not taking this. I'm not taking Precipice Blades to a regional. I will have a panic attack. I'm not doing it. But yeah, team's great. I mean, it's quasi-standard Arubega Miraidon. You've just got a Groudon on it, which I do think really helps with the opposing, like the Miraidon mirror. You have Chi-Yu over a redirector like Ogerpon. I like Chi-Yu. You've seen variants with Chi-Yu. Normally it's Scarf. So yeah, I'm a bit curious. The Sash is cool. I mean, Tera Fire, just in the sun, Helping Hand boosted. Overheat is gonna nuke something. It's not really my playstyle. I don't just like go for that most of the time, so you didn't see me rip it, but you can rip it because it's a rental right there over here on the side of the screen. So thank you so much for watching. Give it a go. Thank you, Evan, for making and sharing the team. And please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and become a channel member. But most importantly, please remember that you are appreciated. All right, I'm going to record another one. Peace!